Hi, this is Tammy with T. Alley's Art. The date is October 30th, 2024. I am going to do an open cup pour on a canvas that I've used twice before. I had to soak it in water and then scrape that off, sand it down, and then I put primer on it and then another coat of paint over the top by brushing it, and then I forgot the end, but oh well. So anyway, I'm going to use my first coat, which is Sherwin-Williams Color to Go in Peppercorn. And I got a bunch of Sherwin-Williams Color to Go from a group that I belong to. I'm a administrator on a Buy Nothing group here in Eugene, on a couple of them actually. And it's amazing the things that you get. Hang on a second, I'm getting rid of that skin up at the top there. Anyway, it's amazing the things that you can get through your Buy Nothing group. Things that people no longer need, like these people had to determine paint for their whole interior of the house, so I scored probably, oh, I don't know, maybe 10 of these Sherwin-Williams Color to Go samples, and they're perfect for your base coat. They're the perfect consistency for your base coat. So I'm going to pour that on there, and it's been a long time since I've done any painting like this. I've been mainly doing resin art and bloom type of art, which is a different technique totally. So I might be a little rusty here today, but we'll see how this turns out. Anyway, there's the peppercorn, and wish I'd cleaned that before I started, huh? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is try to cover my whole canvas, and I obviously don't have enough to do that. The problem with dealing with dark paints is they make a big mess. Okay, so this is this should do it. It looks like I'm going to have to do a little bit of work on the base to get clots. I don't know how long these people had the oh, I just realized I forgot to tape the back of my canvas, so that's not good. God. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Oh, what a mess. Anyway, these darker colors are really hard to get to clean because they cover things so well. Okay, I'm going to get the corners here as best I can, so I make sure I get those covered when I paint. Yeah, well, I've got enough paint, pretty sure of that. Okay. Sorry, I've got to get a floor pack for my dog. He came out. Come here, Tipper. Come here, Tipper. There you go. Okay, so let me pop some bubbles because I don't know what I was thinking. I've been so careful about just turning it upside down and then turning it back again. And then just before I started this tape, I went ahead and shook it. And that was the one thing I was trying really, really hard not to do because I didn't want to get any bubbles. But nope, I did it. I own it. Okay, so I'm going to put the colors I'm starting with Amsterdam Oxide Black in the cup. And then I'm going to put turquoise in it. I think it's golden. I know it is. It's golden turquoise. I'm just going to do a dirty pour, which means I'm not layering it. I'm just pouring them in there. Then this is Titan White, and that is Liquidtex, I believe. And this is, I do think this is, oh, Arteza Gold. Yeah, I know it is. Arteza Gold. And then we've got this little piggy Hammerhead. And I made it like it's a tube paint. And then this little, no, this isn't, this is ultramarine by, I think this is Liquidtex too. Ultramarine. And then I'm going to put, gosh, you know, I've got a bunch of paint. Just hold on a second. I'm gonna finish this paint because I'm only doing enough paint anymore to cover my canvas. I'm not gonna store paint anymore. I'm really tired of having to clean it all up or throw it, I'm sorry. Trying to clean this up, but throwing my paint away. I just ended up throwing a whole bunch of paint that I had gotten all ready for a bunch of paintings this spring, but then and my dad he was in the hospital, and then he was out of the hospital and he had to go into care, and then that didn't work out, so we went back into the hospital, and then finally was able to bring him up here, and he was up in Eugene for not very long, 10 days, and then my dad passed, so then all the other things that had to be taken care of after Dad passed. So bottom line is, by the time I got to start painting last week, all of my paints had been sitting for too long. They had not been, it was kind of sad, they had not been shaken or stirred, kind of like James Bond's martini. And so they weren't in good shape at all, unfortunately. Okay, so this should be enough paint. I'm just doing a whole bunch more over here because I don't want to store this paint. And finish off with the ultramarine blue again, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous true blue color. Oofta. All right, so then I'm going to take this cup. I don't think I'm going to do a flip pour, although I could, or a flip cup. I do like my flip cups, don't I? Hang on a second, we just might do a flip cup. Oh, I'm making a terrible mess of the canvas. I forgot to, there we go. Ooh, aren't those colors absolutely gorgeous? Now we're gonna let that sit for a minute. Can you see that? Woo! I'm gonna do this one again, I can tell you that, with colors like that. Holy smoke. And I did check my consistency and double checked my consistency of my paints so that they were all the same. I'm just letting the cup rest for a minute, and then I'll pull it back and then pull it forward and then move the paint around the canvas. But that is so far quite stunning. I want to let most of the paint come out. Wow. Oops, I just got black paint on my face. I hope you all are having a happy and safe fall, and we're going into Halloween. One of my observations about Halloween happens to be that in our area, all around us here in Eugene, maybe 1 out of 25 or 30 houses is decorated. Ours is one for Halloween, and the others just aren't. Can you see that? Oh my God, I wish I could keep that, but that's going to get poured off, I'll bet. That is just stunning. Anyway, there you go. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe it's what the news is calling the high price of chocolate. I don't want to pour a lot of that really pretty stuff off of there, but there some of it goes. Can you see this? Let's go up there. It's very fluid paint compared to what I've been doing very dense paint lately. My goodness. Oh shoot. Darn it, they want my light. And in some cases you do cover over the pillow, and in some cases you don't. I would say this is we'll see how it is when it dries, of course, and I certainly wish I had taped my canvas, but as I said, it's been a while. So isn't that beautiful? Holy smoke. I'll have to put that on my card. I keep cards of notes so I know what I used, what paints I used, and what combination of boy, I don't want to pour that off, but I've got to get more paint off of the canvas. So anyway, I know how I did it if I do something as spectacular as I just did. And voila, that is why I work so hard on repurposing my canvases, because they can always be used. Well, I will show you tomorrow on Halloween 2024 how this dries and how it turns out. But that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed watching it, guys. Have a safe Halloween. Bye-bye.